Welcome back. This honestly might be match of the night for me. And I'm really looking forward to watching these two powerhouses collide. Two men that not only look like they could just destroy you with brute force, but will come out like Luchasaurus we just saw. Someone who can do moves you'd be surprised they'd be able to do and have a lot of quickness on their feet for men with that size and that much muscle mass. And this well, from Chico, California, he stands 6 foot even, weighing in at 278 pounds. This is Brian Cage. And if you're curious, he's not a man, he's a machine. He debuted in the world of professional wrestling back in '05 in his finishers, the Drill Claw and Weapon X. And his opponent tonight is someone that I would be shocked if in real life was not offered a big contract somewhere within the next couple of years. He's from Samoa, weighing in at 285 pounds, standing 6'2". Debuted back in 2012. His finishers, the Might Moonsault and the Pop-Up Samoan Drop. He is part of the legendary NWW family. This is Jacob Fatu. I think when it comes down to it, you have to recognize either one of these individuals could come out on top tonight. And I think that's been the thing for both of these tournaments, for every single match. Is you might think the match leans one way, but at the same time there's always that possibility, because both competitors in every match that we have are going to have a chance of victory. Anything can happen in the national wrestling world. And here we are as a prelude somewhat of NWW Frost with this tournament to crown the first ever, the inaugural NWW All-Star Champion, which again will be the equivalent of the World Championship on Frost, the top tier title, the one everybody wants, the one everybody's going to be fighting over. And Cage already out of the gate, and I think that is another thing we have to take into account here, is I think both of these guys are heels, and the fans just, even though they're going to be excited to see this action, it's going to be an interesting matchup in a unique way to see which one of these guys comes out on top when they're not facing a babyface who's going to be helping them achieve the heel status that they're looking for. It's a lot easier to get booed whenever you have a really nice, good guy that you can beat up. A lot easier to gain that momentum as a heel whenever you're beating down a goody two-shoes. And now the strike from the table. It's Fatu and Cage are now brawling on the outside, but Fatu gets knocked down and he gets back up again. And we're not ever going to be able to keep him down. And just some more back and forth action here. Nice spinning kick to the gut from Cage. And now a gut wrench. Would you call that like a back body drag or something? I don't know. Wrestling's weird, man. I don't think everything even has a name, but I mean, I'm sure it does. It's in this game. It's got a name in the files at least. It's impossible to know everything there is to know about pro wrestling. Big forearm to the face. Some slaps, some punches. Fatu really inflicting some punishment out here on the ramp. This fight is just going everywhere. I definitely think an Extreme Rules match was the way to go. to bring the energy I wanted for NWW. Big arm drag there from Cage as he's trying to bring back some momentum to his side, and a modified super kick. But now, is that the back body drop? Like, I know it's something. I remember, oh, it was the WCW Mayhem that actually had commentary. It wasn't very good commentary. It was on the N64, Nintendo 64. I remember, I really feel like they used to say back body drop a lot. Like, I think that was a thing. I could be wrong. I am that old, I'm sorry. I don't really remember much of WCW because I was very young, but it was a time to be alive, man. I think my favorite time, at least in terms of WWE for a fan, it was y'all don't have to like me on this. See, I was too young really to remember most of the Attitude Era. Man, the Ruthless Aggression Era was something. I think it doesn't get talked about enough as being potentially the best era for pro wrestling, if you're a WWE fan at least. So, I mean, I'm not really a WWE fan anymore, but like, the history is fun and interesting, and there's a lot of ties and things that I think people don't really talk about enough. If it wasn't for the curtain call, Triple H was supposed to be the winner of that King of the Ring. Instead, it was Steve Austin, and we got the infamous Austin 316 promo, which led on to him becoming Stone Cold Steve Austin, and led to him becoming the greatest babyface, the greatest anti-hero for sure in pro wrestling history, and you can quote me on that. I don't think it's wrong. I was just thinking, wait, is there anybody else? I mean, you have guys like Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels and even John Cena there for a while. It was really fun. But it's something about Stone Cold, and that also triggered Vince McMahon using the Montreal Screwjob and his position in the company to make himself probably the greatest heel of all time. He's definitely got to be up there. And him being that great of a natural authority heel really played into how good Stone Cold Steve Austin could play off of him. They played off each other just so well, and that also, not only with making both of them bigger stars and bringing McMahon more money, it also, I think, was the reason that the WWF actually overcame WCW in the ratings. And if you look at the stats, I think that would reflect it. If it wasn't for Austin McMahon, WCW might have won. There's a strong chance they would have. It's just something to think about. I love those little what-if scenarios and the things about if this didn't happen, this wouldn't have happened, and wrestling's interesting, man. Imagine how different the wrestling landscape would have been if Shawn Michaels wasn't an absolute dickhead back in the 90s. Vader would have been WWF champion. That would have been nice. He definitely deserved it. There's just a lot of things to think about. Big power bomb there from Jacob Fatu. I'm sorry if I'm getting away from the action, if that bothers you. I do like to talk about the action and then talk about some other stuff. You know, I don't want to just talk about what's going on in the ring all the time. Hope that's cool with you guys and gals. But Brian Cage with the headlock. Jacob Fatu. Oh, he's going for something, but Cage saw it coming. Big forearm to the back from Fatu now, and now going for a... Oh! Brian Cage with an interesting reversal to what I want to say was a back suplex. Going for the pin. And a kick out on two on the dot. Fatu with some more energy in him still. These two have been going for a little bit here now, and I mean, I'm not mad about it. I do think we still have not seen the best that we could have seen from these two individuals. So if it's over here, I get it. You know, congratulations to whoever wins, but I wouldn't be opposed to them showing off what they're really capable of. And now Fatu. Another reversal for that back suplex as a crossbody connects on the outside. And now that gigantic lariat from Brian Cage. A big boot to follow it up, and he's just looking vicious. As Brian Cage goes for the pin. And that's another 2 count. He's not done yet, ladies and gentlemen. Uh-oh. Is this the, is it called the X Factor? A beautiful modified flatliner. He's going for the pin. Is that going to be it? Yep. That's it right there on the outside as Brian Cage connects with the X Factor. Beautiful maneuver. Devastating maneuver. And that's the thing I love about guys like Brian Cage, Jacob Fatu, Luchasaurus. They'll look oh so beautiful, but oh so powerful at the same time. So congratulations to Brian Cage as he's going to move on to the next round. Look at, he's just vicious. He's not a man, he's a machine, and the machine is here to stay for at least one more round. Is he going to take on Rey Fenix or Angel Garza in the next round? We're going to find out next. And we'll see you there. Thanks for tuning in.